Hi guys, Dawn here, and I wanted to share some news with you. It's Sunday for one thing, and even though I feel like I should be out doing Uber, I've decided that I need to take one day off so I can do some domestic chores. But before we get started, I wanted to let you know that I changed the name of my channel. It's not just Resting Witch Face because that's not really a niche, is it? That's just a name. And I thought I need a niche. And for the longest time, I couldn't figure out what it was. And finally, I decided life after 60 because that's what I talk about, right? About Social Security, getting my health back, being an older woman, a mature woman, being a grandmother, all the things. And I thought that would just make it easier, hopefully, for people to find me. So from here on out, I will be known as Life After 60 with Resting Witch Face. So hopefully that catches on, and it doesn't mess you guys up. You can still find me. And the funniest thing is, I tried so hard to change my name. I went on my laptop, I went on our regular computer, I went on my iPad, I went, all my devices. I could not get it to change. It kept saying no, no, no. And finally, my 10-year-old grandson said, "Here, Nana, give me your phone. I'll do it." I was like, "Honey, it won't let you," because it was telling me, I had to wait 7 days or whatever. So I handed my phone and he goes, and then hands it back to me. There you go. That's all. I don't know what he did, what magic he did, but thanks to him, I now have a new title. So yeah, there you go. But anyway, I got my magic wand out because I'm going to need a little magic today if I'm going to accomplish everything I want to accomplish. Because let me tell you, I have let things go. You know how it is. Yeah, I have a lot of energy. I do. I have a lot of energy. I finally got my health back, but I don't have that much energy that I can work 3, 4 jobs and take care of the house and help out with my grandchildren. Something has to fall by the wayside, and unfortunately, it's my house. But that's the least important thing. It really is. You know what I mean? As long as I can keep, the house from falling down around me, I'm happy. But I do laundry, we do dishes daily, that kind of stuff, but I don't really mop my floors every day. I used to do that kind of stuff. Now it can go for, well, it can go for a long time before I get around to it. But nobody sees it but my family. They're the only ones that come around. I don't entertain anymore. I don't have a huge social circle. Most of my friends are either online or far away, or they don't come over. We just talk online or on the phone. So I don't really worry about it unless I know I'm going to be entertaining, or the holidays when people are going to be coming by. So the rest of the time, it looks like this, and you can't see it because I'm not going to let you. So yeah, let's be honest. Life after 60 has not turned out exactly as I had imagined it. I had imagined, traveling the globe, going to Paris and Italy, wearing linen pantsuits and just looking amazing because I figured my hair would grow in by then. It'd be all like white, and everybody would just be so envious of it. It would be beautiful, and I would be tan and fit. I don't know how I expected that to happen, but anyway, yeah, this was my vision. And I would go to afternoon book club meetings with my girlfriends, and we'd have wine and hors d'oeuvres, and then we'd go shopping for the grandkids, and I'd get my hair done at a salon, just once a month, because I'm still somewhat frugal. But yeah, it hasn't turned out quite like that. Instead, I ended up with jury duty, colonoscopies, a slower metabolism, AARP hounding the crap out of me, and people under 40 calling me ma'am. Oh, yeah, I'm also unretired at 63. Yay! I got to go back to work. I am doing side gigs and creating YouTube videos because unfortunately, ageism is alive and well in the workforce. So, yeah, I would like to continue paying down my debts and having money to buy some Christmas presents for my grandkids and birthday presents. I don't think that's too much to ask. I have one emotionally needy cat, a hubby who's still working, 3 adult children, and 8 amazing grandchildren that I absolutely adore. I live in California, which means I pay an exorbitant amount of money for absolutely everything from food, clothes, gas, and our home. But I still won't move. You'll hear me repeat that over and over in every video because that's the first thing people say: move. It's my home. It's where my kids live, my grandkids live. I'm not leaving them. It's just, I'm just going to stay here and complain about the prices. So we'll get through it. But anyway, yeah, I feel like I'm one of the lucky ones. Even so, I do, because I do still have my health, and I do still have my partner and my kids and my grandkids. They all live close except for my daughter. She does live far away, but we talk to her every day, multiple times a day. I'm still healthy. Well, not still, I regained my health. I was very unhealthy, very sick for many years. It took me a while. I have regained my health, and because of that, I'm able to go back to work. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. And I understand a lot of people in my age group, they have a tough time with that. It's hard to go back to work, when things aren't going so well for you physically. A lot of us suffer from all kinds of issues, whether it's, blood pressure problems or creaky bones and arthritis and just, multiple health issues that just happen as we age. I know a lot of people, especially as we get older, are losing their community. People pass away. They've lost parents, they've lost siblings, they've lost their partners. And it's hard enough to navigate through life over 60, but it's even more so when you're alone. And I'm finding a lot of people are in that position. A lot of people have written to me and tell me I need to be grateful because I do still have a partner. And trust me, I am. I know it is tough enough to make it, especially in today's economy. But if you only have one income, only one pension or one social security check, that makes a huge difference. As we get older, we worry about things like losing our hair, our teeth, our 401ks. Well, if you have a 401k, not everyone does. I don't. But I'm not the exception. I'm the rule. I'm finding that out. I thought everyone did. I thought everybody had a pension. I thought everyone had 401ks, and I thought everyone had $1 million in the bank and paid for homes. I really did. I thought that was what the normal adult in their 60s, that's what it looked like. And since I started this channel, I've heard from many, many people who are basically in the same boat I'm in. And you know what they say, misery likes company. But honestly, it's nice to know I'm not alone. You're not alone. There are a lot of us struggling right now, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. I know most of us didn't just get here, because we were foolish. We worked hard. We played by the book. We tried to save money. We bought a home. We did all the things we thought we were supposed to do, but life happens. The economy happened. And a lot of people have found that they don't have as much money as they thought they were going to have put away. They've had to dip into their savings, which is what has happened to us. And now they're trying to figure out how they're going to survive another 10, 20, even 30 years on possibly just their Social Security, because what meager savings they have is soon going to be depleted the way the economy's going. And they don't know what to do, and they're alone. So yeah, I do feel very fortunate that I have my home. We do have some savings, but we had to dip into it. We had so many unfortunate events happen. If you want to know more about that, you can watch the past videos. I talk about it extensively, and I don't want to bore the people that have been here for a while. But yeah, sorry. So yeah, if any of that resonates with you, that's what my channel's about. I hope you'll consider subscribing and sticking around. I try to talk about how life is affecting me right now, what I'm dealing with, going back to work at 63, trying to get healthy, trying to come up with a plan to retire. I do want to retire. I'm hoping, by 65, 67 at the outside, I want to be able to retire. You'll hear me say this a lot. I am in the youth of my senior years. I still feel like I'm in my 30s. I feel young, and I think most of us feel that way on the inside, right? You never really feel like an old person. You feel a lot younger. I feel a lot younger, and I feel good physically, so I am able to work. But things happen, you can't stay healthy and strong forever. I could possibly stay healthy and strong for another 10, 20, 30 years. I could, but I could also come down with something, next week. We just don't know what life has in store for us. So while I feel healthy and strong, I am trying to work to make some money. I have a 2-year plan to pay down my debts. I want to be completely debt free so that we can survive on Social Security, because my husband and I, neither of us had the type of jobs that paid pensions. We both are going to be receiving Social Security. We have our home, we have savings, but we need to replenish those savings. And I don't know, I can only estimate how much we're going to need to last us another 20, 30 years. I don't know. So I'm going to continue to work, and I share that with you. I'm doing various different jobs right now. I'm doing YouTube videos, which I didn't start out doing that to make money. That was just to document my journey, and it was kind of like a form of therapy. But before I knew it, I got monetized, and it brings in a little bit of money, not a lot. It makes my car payment, to be honest with you, which is very helpful. And then I started doing Uber and food delivery, and that's worked out. And it's not for everybody. I'm fortunate because it is. People in my town use it because I live in a retirement community where there's a lot of older people that no longer drive. So it's profitable here in my town, and I don't have to drive far. It's a small town, so I don't have to put a lot of miles on my car. It's ideal for me, but it's not for everybody. It depends on your situation and where you live. Yeah, I'm doing that. And I did have a day job, a very good day job, for the past year. I came out of retirement last year, but the job is coming to an end, which I knew it would. It wasn't going to last forever. It was about a year. And as of June 1st, I won't be doing that anymore. I chose to do Uber because it does pay more than minimum wage. So at this age, you need to be a little bit choosier on the type of work you'll do. I won't work far away. Yeah, that probably does limit my options, but I've been fortunate. I've found work. I am making money, so I can do that. I think if I hadn't been able to find any work or whatever, then I might have had to resort to taking those jobs, but I've been fortunate. And I think I've always kept a positive mindset. I don't, I value myself and my time, and I won't, it's worked well for me. That's all I can say. It's worked well for me. So, yeah, I will continue doing this as long as I can. And, like I said, I have a 2-year plan, and I'm going to share that. It's basically just to pay off the few debts I have and put some money into savings or replenish our savings. So yeah, that's what my channel is about. How much if I talk? Not too bad, 12 minutes. So yeah, I'm tired. I stayed home today. I usually go out every day, but I decided I was going to get some chores done around the house. And so yeah, I've been doing that, and I've got a few things to finish. I have a pile of clean laundry just sitting here waiting for me. So I'm going to take care of that. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I changed the name of my channel. I just think makes more sense. So hopefully if you're new here, some of this resonates with you and you'll consider subscribing. I would love to hear from you and hear your story. And yeah, you'll see that there's a lot of wonderful people in the comments. I have a great community here, a lot of people who are in the same boat. We're all kind of going through the same thing at the same time in our lives. So it's nice to know that, you're not alone. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next video.